Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are resuming our love affair with the Ingham family, in particular Sarah, who is about to give birth, and Chris, who is just, he is Chris, and he's just such a lovely bloke. So, the vlog itself, wow, so it took 9 minutes plus for anyone other than the small two kids to be on camera at all. So it was literally filming Mila and Jace, literally, that's it, right? First they played outside in the little police car thingy, and then they came inside and they made like food, some sort of food, but they were making it, cheese and something or other. And yeah, that was pretty much, and then we saw them eat it. Yeah, it was all good fun. It was all good fun. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Chris, Sarah, stop filming your kids. Stop filming the two youngest, especially, right? Because as we know, they don't get a choice in this. And I know you're all for autonomy, and sometimes Isabel doesn't like to be on camera, but you don't like to give the same respect to your two youngest ones. And believe you me, Chris, Sarah, nobody actually wants to watch your kids. Nobody wants to watch them. So why are you just filming them? You titled the vlog something about toddler cuteness overload. I've got to say, right, cute, yeah, for you. They're your kids, right? They are your kids. You have every right to think that they're cute. Anybody else watching these random strangers' kids is a little bit weird. And I know you agree with me, Sarah. I know you agree with me, but you don't care. There you go. Anyway, I rabbled on long enough. I just wanted to update you what was happening, because I kind of deleted the first 9 minutes of the vlog because of the various filming of the small kids. And then we get on to Sarah, and she she has a lot to say because she is Sarah Ingham and she is fabulous.
Why is it still raining?
Like that. I know, Jace. It's absolutely pouring it down with rain. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Wow. Did anybody else used to get cupcakes as a treat when they were younger, and they'd have like a plastic ring on them?
No, Sarah, I didn't. You know why I didn't? Because cupcakes weren't a thing when I was younger. I know I'm that old. But, yeah, cupcakes are not really cupcakes. They are fairy cakes. That's what traditionally we have in this country. Cupcakes, I believe, derived from America. And we're not American. And we don't have them over here. Although we have brought them over here now. So, anyway, just a something that grates on me a little bit. I'm sorry. It's just one of my hang-ups. I do not like, but it's like for them, they have this love affair with the Americans, whereby they wish they were American half the time, but we all know how that'll end, don't we, Chris?
Yeah, that was from Greg.
Nana would always buy me those on the way out.
Yeah, Nana would always get me one. So cool. It's very raining. It's one of those cozy days where I think Isabel said she had a bit of bellyache earlier. Isla's not feeling too great. I'm waiting for a call back from my midwife. I gave her a call this morning just to go through everything that I was told at the hospital, and just explained everything to her that I was told, and even she agreed, like, they don't seem like the best options.
Wow, you even got your midwife to agree with your point of view and to go against the doctor. Did you tell them the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? By Jove. But no, I don't doubt that you did you, Sarah? You didn't probably say that the doctor wasn't concerned because X, Y, and Z, but you said the doctor didn't take me seriously and didn't listen to my point of view, and it was all horrible. Help me, dear God, midwife. Like that, right?
I don't know exactly what we're dealing with, but they seem like a bit, surely there's a better way.
Sarah, what was it you said yesterday, Sarah. I will do whatever it takes that's best for my baby. Whatever it takes, I will do that. I don't want to have a cesarean section, but if that is what is necessary, I will do it. Is that basically what you said? Well, your options are to have a C-section or to get the thing drained during labour, right? Two options. Neither are the worst thing that could happen to you. Now, you are doing everything possible. The simple solution, in my opinion, right, and obviously I'm never going to go through this, so please don't shoot me, right? Have a C-section if you're that concerned about the cyst, right? However, Sarah Ingham does not want to have one. She is making that patently clear. She does not want to have one, and she's going to every length possible not to have one, right? Obviously, nobody wants to, but sometimes it's necessary. I get that. But Sarah doesn't want it, even though she has already said that she will do whatever it takes. If she has to have one, she will have one in order to deliver safely, etc. However, she's going to all the lengths now to prove and to get second opinions and things like that, so that she doesn't have to go through what she thinks will be an uncomfortable birth for herself, never mind her baby.
So she's calling the hospital for me, and she's going to try and get me an appointment for a second opinion, which is just what I need.
It's not really, though, is it? Let's be fair, Sarah. It's not really what you need. You don't need a second opinion. You want one, yeah? You want somebody to reaffirm to yourself that you can have something that doesn't involve having a C-section or the other option. You think that there must be another way. I'm not quite sure what it is you're expecting, because you've already been told by a couple of people now that you can't have any form of surgery before, the birth. You can't have the thing taken off or sorted out before the birth. So I'm not quite sure what else you think is actually possible. I'd love for you to hear your opinions on this, Sarah.
And if I'm told the same at the second opinion, so be it. But yeah, I feel like a second opinion is definitely needed.
Yeah, right. You think that if you get told the same thing again and again and again and again, you'll just accept it. You'll go on a rant on your vlogs and you'll tell us all how you're misunderstood and how that nobody's treating you fairly and everything like that. Because, you're Sarah Ingham. You should be treated like the princess that you are. Isn't that right, Sarah? Isn't that right?
So we're just chilling. Jason's got the Grinch on.
No! Jesus, not even
So we're not October yet, but we're just sticking on the Christmas movies. Seems like the perfect day for it today.
You alright, Isabel? How's it going?
I actually burnt it a little bit.
What's Isabel's favourite diet in the whole world?
Right, listen, I don't like anything else at the minute other than eggs. And
Isabel's superhero is Eggman. Eggwoman, sorry.
it's not funny. It's not funny.
The power of eggs.
My toast might have burnt.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What the hell was that all about? That was a very, very weird interaction. Eggman, Eggwoman, super eggs, the power of the eggs. What the fuck are you on about, Chris? Is that how you talk to your daughter? Your stepdaughter? Was that your way of flirting, was it? It was terrible. It needs brushing up, seriously.
Did you burn your toast?
No, I didn't. I did burn though. I burnt my bagel the other day and I was devastated. It was literally like
Well,
charcoal.
I think it's very selfish. You're making eggs every day. Because you never ever invite me to have any eggs with you.
I do.
Oh, it's not finished yet, is it? This interaction is kind of making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm sorry, Chris. Isabel didn't invite you to eggs. Oh my good God.
I'd love a bagel and eggs.
The other day I was making eggs down here and he was sat at his desk at his table doing work. I was like, do you want anything? I was like, no. He wouldn't even try my eggs.
Well, that was the ones you burnt, I think.
No, I didn't.
No, I always want eggs though, just so in future, just don't be selfish, alright?
Right, but this also reminded me of another argument we had a few years ago.
Oh, well, I can't remember.
Right?
Oh Christ, this isn't part of the whole title, the egg arguments part of the title. The title of the video was egg arguments, something about poorly kids and toddler cuteness overload. Yeah, that was what it was. And this is the egg arguments. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm in the kitchen, and Dad goes, "Isabel, why are you making eggs?" And I was like, "Because I'm making eggs." He's like, "Do you not want to offer to make any for anyone else?"
That was hilarious.
That wasn't funny.
Oh, that was in lockdown. That was lockdown egg
was
phase.
lockdown.
When you ate eggs every day in lockdown, and you never made me any.
Yeah, no.
So we argued about it.
like a proper eye.
Isabel, where's my eggs in lockdown?
You go, where are my eggs? Where are my eggs? But like, you make yourself some and no one else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came down to make myself some lunch.
I was about offering other people might want eggs as well.
Right.
You eggy woman.
You eggy woman. Please tell me it's not just me that's picking up some sort of weird vibe. I'm sorry. He made sure to call her a woman though, so you know.
Oh my God, do I actually have to call her a woman now that she's 18? This feels weird.
No.
Egg girl. No, you're egg girl.
Egg girl.
Egg girl. That's your emo superpower, egg girl. Dark eggs.
Dark eggs.
What the actual emo superpower is dark eggs. I don't even know. I'm sorry. I don't know where to go with that. I'm sorry.
Ew, why on earth would you even eat that? That's disgusting.
Like, you find like actual like feathers still on the eggs.
If I find a feather on an egg, it will be in the bin. Instantly.
Sorry? Chris, I'm going to give you a life lesson. An actual life lesson. From me to you. From one top G to another, right? So, eggs. They come from this little birdie, right? They're like chicken things, right? The chickens. And that's why they have feathers on them. They have feathers on them because they were nearby the chickens which laid them, you know. Anyway, so you get the point, right? Don't know if you knew that, but why the hell would you bin an egg just because it has a feather on it? A feather, it's not indicative of. It's not coming out of the egg. It's just on the egg. What is wrong with him? Seriously.
No, but I read recently that they're extremely good for your eyesight. So if you eat lots of eggs, your eyesight is. No offense, mate. Yeah, you need to eat a lot more eggs. No, I'm only playing. Yeah, everyone's getting eye tested tomorrow. Woo. Not me, obviously. All the children's and egg girl are getting eye tested tomorrow. Are you getting eye tested tomorrow as well? You are. Anyway, so I'm going outside now to finish fitting our new gate. So I don't know if anyone knows this, but basically when we were away on our trip, we had a few. This is literally so random. Whoa, it's so bright out here. What's cooking? Good looking.
Were you talking to the van or to yourself then, Chris? Because you were looking at the camera, giving it the side eye, like, the F me sort of look at the camera, yeah? I think he's talking about his van, actually, but, either way, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
So, baby girl? Yeah, man. Can't wait to take you on a trip soon, you feel me? Yeah. Oh, so good to have her back. Don't be jealous. I still love you too. Don't be jealous. I still love you just the same, alright? And we're still going to go on lots of adventures together. It's all good. On me gel. Okay, cool, man. Speaking of you, I need to start you and make sure your batteries are ticking over because this hasn't been started since we got back off of the trip in the summer. So I need to start it today. But anyway, long story short, literally the day after we went on our summer road trip, I think it was the day after we left, our very good friend neighbours texted and said that there'd been raining and thunder or whatever and winds, and a couple of our gate panels I'd had to screw back in, like 2 of the middle panels on the gate I'd had to screw back in before I went on holiday because they were loose, because they're made from composite wood material, so it's like they're kind of like plastic. They're not plastic, whatever composite material is, right? Composite wood, it's called, material, right? So they feel like plastic, but they're not plastic and they're not wood. They're kind of like, they never rot and they never fade and stuff like that. It's what everyone uses on gates these days. But they're so rubbish when you put a screw into them to hold them into a gate or something like that. You can only obviously use like short screws because otherwise they're going to poke through the other side and you'll be able to see the screws sticking out the other side of the panel. But they don't, like when you screw them into something, they're kind of like mush. Like the inside goes to mush and the screws don't hold them very strong. Anyway, long story short, we had these 2 panels in the middle that were loose. And then they must have fallen out in the weather, like 2 days after we left for the trip. So our neighbours were like, "Oh, your gate panels have fallen in. We'll go around and fix it for you." And they were super nice, and they came around and they said they did a temporary fix because the inside of the panels is like literally like mush. So even when you put the screws back into them to hold them in, they don't actually hold in. And then lo and behold, 4 weeks or so later, our neighbours said again that it'd been windy or whatever, and they'd blown out, and they were out on the floor again, which sucks.
This very, very good friend of yours, Chris, do they have a name? Are they a good friend, a good neighbour? You know, I mean, we all know that you don't get along with the neighbour right next to you because of reasons that you are currently going through. You know, re the fence and the stairs and that, right? So, which neighbour is this? The one in the house which you had originally wanted to buy? That neighbour, or anybody else that you know?
So we decided to leave it. There's no point in starting out again. So it's obviously ruined, knackered. So I ordered a new gate, basically, like all the new gate panels. These ones that I've got are much better. Like they've all screwed in proper tight and good, and it looks really nice. I did that when Sarah was at Jean's last time. I didn't actually film it. I just cracked on and got it done during the daytime because it was a lot of like cutting and. It was like 30 boards in the full gate that I had to cut and like arrange and stuff, and it was a hard job, so I just cracked on and got on with it. But it looks good. But I need to finish like screwing in these brackets on the side of the gate, which keep the panels from bowing in the weather and like over time bowing or whatever. So I'm doing that right now. I'm going to get that done. I was supposed to do that yesterday, and it was super windy last night, so they took a beating. So I need to put these brackets on before it's supposed to get bad again later, basically, before it does get bad again later.
Okay, dinner time. Stop eating the spinach. Right, we're having... we don't need that, actually. I don't need that cheese. I got that out by accident. We're having sun-dried tomato with spinach pasta, basically. What, Missy? You stay there, you little cheeky girl. Let's get some pasta on. Yeah, we put some wine in it, make it give it a bit of flavour. A bit of flavour. I thought I meant to film cooking it, but time just got away and I just cracked on and did it. But it smells and looks delicious. So I'm up in the baby's room and I'm just about to wrap up Mila and Jace's gifts. Kind of like gifts.
Okay, so I have said this before and I'll say it again. Why are you wrapping them up? They're not gifts. They are just things for the 2 of them to play with whilst you're occupied after your C-section, right? So you don't need to wrap everything up. Not everything needs to be a super duper surprise because you know, all they need to do is just take an activity and get on with it and play with it or do whatever with it. But not in super duper Ingham land. Every neat thing needs to be a super pow wow surprise reveal. Pow. Super.
basically decided not to do one present. Like sometimes when siblings are born, parents like to buy a gift for like the siblings. I definitely did it with Isabel when I had Esme, and then I also did it with Esme and Isabel when I had Isla. However, as an older mum, I don't even feel old, but I am an older mum now, been through it many times before, I've realised that on the day their sibling's born, that's enough of a gift. Like, they're so excited to meet their sibling, they're not bothered about a gift, and I just don't feel like a gift's necessary, even if it's like a sentimental one. I just don't feel like it's necessary. And I decided, because Jason and Mila are only 4 and 2 years old, that they would benefit instead from like an activity box. I wasn't going to wrap them, but I've decided I am going to, because it'll just make it that little bit more exciting for them.
It needs to be more exciting, does it? Why does it need to be more exciting? Just tell them to get a toy. Get a toy and play with it, okay? That's basically what you're saying, right? What you want to do is you want some mummy-daughter time with your newborn, right? Without the kids hassling you, essentially. And you want to say to them, go, Jace, go, Mila, and get an activity and go away and do it. And that will take them away from you, right? That's basically what you're doing it for. And it doesn't need to be exciting. It doesn't need to be more exciting, because it'll be a toy or a game or something like that. And it'll already be exciting because they are 2 and 4 years old. They don't need it to be more exciting.
And I've been collecting bits whilst I've been out and about. You probably know I've spoke about this before. In fact, I think the vlog is going live tonight, where I first speak about it, because we are a few days behind at the minute. But I've been collecting little activities for them to do. So on days where the baby's feeding loads, maybe days where I'm feeling overly tired, overly emotional, my hormones are all over the place, when I've got mum guilt, when I just need maybe a power nap, or they really want me to play with them but I'm feeding the baby.
Okay, we're going to get the mum guilt again. We always get this speech from Sarah after the baby's born, right? Oh, I'm having so much mum guilt because I've got to spend so much time with the newborn and I can't spend time with my other kids, right? And that's the mum guilt. That's so much. Can you imagine Sarah actually feeling guilty or having any form of guilt over not spending time with kids? She doesn't do anything with them anyway on a regular basis at all, ever. So mum guilt. It's brilliant. Brilliant, Sarah, brilliant.
Any time like that in the first few weeks, I'll be able to just say to them, why don't you go with Daddy and open a special gift? And the gifts are mainly activity based, so they're not all activity. I wasn't planning on actually buying any toys, but when I was out and about looking, I thought, oh, that'd keep them occupied for ages and they'll really enjoy having this. So there is actually a few toys.
Okay, Sarah, now remember when you said just a couple of minutes ago that you weren't going to buy them gifts, right, for when the baby's born? You're not going to buy gifts for your kids because it's not necessary. The newborn baby is gift enough. You're just gonna give them activities to do to keep them occupied. But no, you thought you'd also buy them some toys because they'd love that, and you're gonna tell them to go with Daddy and get a gift out of the basket, right? So everything has turned around into, in actual fact, you're not just getting them a gift, you're getting them multiple gifts. You're just wording it in a different way. You're absolutely insane. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
In there as well. I'm just about to wrap them now, and I thought I'd show you what I've got, just in case anybody else wants to do the same idea and just basically wants some inspiration from what I'm using. So I'm going to use these wrapping papers, a princess one and a Spider-Man one. I just picked those up from the Card Factory, and I think they're 3 meters each, and they were $1.29. So a few things I got, I didn't want to buy like 2 of it, like for example this. I'm not going to buy 2 of these. So a few of the things I got, they'll share. I've got like a car monster truck pack downstairs that was also for them to share. But I thought this
All jokes aside now, Sarah, I have a serious question. Is there any reason why you need to get multiple gifts? Multiple toys, multiple games, multiple activities? Couldn't you not just say, here's a gift, here's an activity, and they can just go and do it every time? I mean, is this going to be every day that they're going to get a present? Is this what's the deal, right? Because you're not getting any of the other. I mean, I'm not suggesting that you need to get the 3 older girls gifts as well, obviously, but you're just like, it's an excuse to give them a toy or a game every single day because, right? I don't think it's a bad idea to keep them occupied whilst you are doing the necessary things with your newborn. But on the other hand, Jace is 4, right? He's not young. He can understand, right? He's already been through it once with Mila, for one thing, right? So does he really need to be occupied? Does he need to be with his mum all the time? I don't think he does. He doesn't be with you on a regular basis anyway. He doesn't spend much time with mummy. It's Mila that needs you a bit more. In fact, Jace can spend time with his dad, doing dad things. And dare I say, it's boy things, because that's what a father does with his boy. Supposed to, but I guess this is Chris, isn't it? So maybe not.
Big Sharks, so Baby Sharks Big Show would be quite cool. It's a touch and feel play set, and it just comes with a little activity mat and then a few different textured kind of slime / foamy mold and create things. Kind of like a Play-Doh kit. They've seen this in here when they've walked in, and the amount of times, that's what's on the back actually. I actually didn't know that. I was wondering what was actually included, but looks quite good. This was only £5.99 from Home Bargains, so a real good bargain. But yeah, they've seen this so many times. The amount of times they've come in and been like, can we play with this? And I'm like, no, it's not for right now. I got a load of like Halloween-y craft things from The Works, but I've decided to put those in the actual Halloween baskets because I'm doing them Halloween baskets as well this year.
Well, I gotta say, Sarah, that is discipline for you, I didn't think you had it in you to save Halloween activities for actual Halloween. Good call, though. Good call. Never a better time for Halloween activities.
And so anything Halloween themed or related, I've kept one side to put in the Halloween bags. But I did also get a few things from... I've constantly got hiccups at the minute, guys, so I apologise. But anything that's Halloween, I've kept to one side, and what wasn't Halloween, I'm going to put in the baskets. These were £1, and they love having their own little bag. Put their cars in, put their drink in, cart their dolls around in, or whatever they're playing with. And I thought these ones were really cute because they get to colour them in themselves. So I'm not necessarily like, this one's for Jason, this one's for me. They'll choose their own.
Well, they may choose their own, Sarah, but dare I say it, there are only 2, so if one wants one, then the other has to have the other, So you may have to mediate on this one a little bit if there's an argument, because they can't both choose which one they want.
But I'll probably... They won't, will they? Because I have to wrap them up. Saying that, Jace is probably more likely to want to open the pink ones and Mila the Spider-Man ones, and that's absolutely fine. But yeah, I got this unicorn one, and then I also got this dinosaur one. And then I must be crazy for buying these. Actually, no, not really, because it's not glue. It's not glitter, sorry. But I picked these up and I went, oh no, actually. And then Isabel went, yeah, you should get those. I used to love those so much when I was younger. They're always so much fun to play with. So it's this big pack of glitter glues. There's 18 colours in there. These were £3. And then I bought these 2...
Hang on a second, though. You're going to send the kids off on their own to do these activities on their own, because you're not going to be able to go with them. Chris is not going to do these activities with them at all. So who is going to watch over the 2-year-old whilst they are playing with glitter glues? The mind boggles. The mind boggles.
I didn't spend a ton of money on all these things, but I know it's things that I'm going to really appreciate in the first couple of weeks after having baby Waby, because the mum guilt's always real, and Mila and Jace do like, obviously they're only young still, they like to be occupied, they like to play, they like to have things to do, and this is just going to really make my life so much easier.
So let's talk about this mum guilt that you're talking about, right? So when you say you've got mum guilt and everything, and then you say this is going to make my life easier, that kind of contradicts the mum guilt, because the mum guilt suggests that you want to do something with your kids, be there for your kids, etc. And now you're saying that this is going to make your life easier, which is not helpful, to not thinking about your kids at all, because it's just thinking about you, yourself, and you. And that's Sarah is the most important in all of this, obviously, not the newborn, not Jace or Mila, but Sarah.
If it's a day where I'm feeling like everything's a bit overwhelming, I can say, let's go to the toy box and open a new present. I probably won't do it every day. Like, I've been thinking about this. I probably won't do it every day because I don't want them to expect a gift every single day. I don't want them to like, when can we open our present today? I want it to just be like a random thing. But we'll see how that goes. I need to wrap all these up now and I really cannot be bothered. Guys, I've only got to completed it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I've just put in this little white box.
Well, that's 1 or 2 gifts there, isn't it? For the woman who said, well, I'm not going to give my kids gifts when the baby's born because there's no need. It's not necessary. But, yeah, you went and did it anyway. And not just 1 or 2. It's a whole basket full. Oh, that's fabulous. Fabulous stuff, Sarah. Fabulous. Always there to surprise me.
Everything's wrapped up. All of the individual gifts are together, and any that are to share, like this one, is wrapped in both papers. They're gonna love this. It's so cute. I would love this when I was a child, going to the mystery box and picking out a little treat. Would you? It's so cute. It is.
Well, that is fabulous. Another vlog down, another day closer to the birth of the next coming. Don't know where I'm going with this, sorry. So yeah, if you reached the end, thank you all so much, because I know this was a bit of a toil. I tried to make it as entertaining as possible because, you know, sometimes the Ingham vlogs are not quite up there with the, you know, the Spielbergs of the world. Anyway, right, if you have reached the end, please, thank you. No, thank you so much for getting this far. Also, could you do me a massive favor and go and subscribe to my second channel, which has some fabulous content over there, because I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subs and I'm not quite there yet, nearly halfway through, so that's good, but I need 1,000. So if you could go over there and help me out, that would be great. And then yeah, so until next time, please also give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts about this down below, and subscribe to this channel as well as the other one, and come back again tomorrow for another brilliant video. Take care of yourselves, and bye bye.